In the story you're reading this week, you're going to notice some words that have the ed ending. So when you see the ed ending, that's a sign that your word, your verb, is in the past tense, meaning it has already happened. So the story you're reading is telling a story in the past. So you're going to see this ed pattern. I'm going to go through these words so we can practice them before you read the story. One of your words is p, so pick, but we're going to add the ed. Now, because the k sound, feel right here and say k, it's an unvoiced sound, so the ed is going to sound like a t. So we're going to put the t here in these lines called virgules, and that tells you that the ed should sound like a t, t, picked. So go ahead and say picked. Now let's look at another word from your story that has the ed ending. Okay, so here's the word look. Notice it has the same sound that pick had at the end of the word. So when I add ed, the ed is still going to sound like a t, looked. Go ahead and say the word. Good. Let's try another one. This word, again, we still have the k at the end of the base word. So if I want to say it happened in the past, that it already happened, I add my ed. And this word now is walked. Both are unvoiced, walked. Here's a word, it may be a new word for you. So when you have a bird and they're sitting on the branch of a tree, you would say that they are perched. Notice when I said it, the ed sounded like a t, but this time it's not a k here. So it's a ch. So go ahead and feel right here, say ch, ch. It's an unvoiced sound. Anytime your base word ends with an unvoiced sound, ch, the ed ending is going to sound like a t. So say the word perched. Good. Two more. D, ah, k. Okay, so the dock is where a boat would stop in the water and then connect itself so that it doesn't start to go away with the water. So you would say the boat is docked. Now, did you hear the ending, the way I said it, docked? So think to yourself, why does the ed sound like a t? Remember, it has to do with the voicing of the last sound of your base word. So again, k is unvoiced, so the ed is going to sound like a t. Go ahead and say the word docked. Good. And you have one more word. Jump, jump. But if we want to say that it has already happened, we would say jumped. Again, notice the ed sound like a t. So say p, p. It's unvoiced, so the ed is going to sound like a t. Say jumped. Now, there are other sounds that the ed can sound like. So in all the words that you have in your story this week, your ed is sounding like the t. But there will be other times when your ed is going to sound like a d, or your ed is going to sound like it says id. So there are three different sounds, and it has to do with the voicing of the last consonant sound, or the last, even if it's a vowel sound, then it's a voice sound. And that's going to indicate which sound of the ed you're going to choose. So those are some words that you'll be reading in just a minute.